Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp as we start yet another week of NBA action. I am back here with my NBA picks of the day for a Monday evening. A little bit of a shorter card here tonight, however, still should be some value with 6 games on tap, and I have found 3 of them that I'm feeling really good about, starting with the Pelicans heading into Memphis to play the Grizzlies. Grizzlies so far undefeated, trying to protect that record, and coming in as a 4.5-point favorite against the Pelicans with a total of 188.5. This line opened actually a little bit higher at +5 and has steadily been dropping here since last night to 4.5 and even +4 in some instances. And that gives me a nod to think that the Pelicans might be the play here, as it seems like some sharps may be pushing down the line just a little bit. Memphis is a very good team. The record is very good, obviously, but the Pelicans have a ton of upside right now, and they actually match up really well with the Memphis Grizzlies. And I think they could actually walk away here with a +4.5 cover. As long as they play well as well as they have in the first 2 games, I think they'll be fine in this game. Even though they lost their last game, they still played relatively well. And Memphis is only 1-3-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games, while the Pellies are 4-1 against the spread following in a straight-up loss. So take Pelicans +4.5. Next one I have for you is a later game between the Kings and the Denver Nuggets. And the Kings, after their very impressive road win against the Clippers, are still on the road tonight, heading into Denver, and they are a +7 underdog here against the Nuggets with a total of 202 points. Now, I'm very surprised that they're this high of an underdog, and even though I'm a little tempted to take points here with the Kings, I think a better wager is actually on the total here of 202 to go over between these two clubs. The over's 4-1 for the Nuggets following a straight-up loss, and with that against that depleted Thunder team, the Nuggets really want to put up a good showing here after a loss here to that depleted Thunder team. And there aren't too many trends favoring the over for the Kings here, but off that back-to-back, even though it's early in the season, I think that they will give up some points here to the Denver Nuggets, and the total slightly over at 202. Last one I have for you is another late game between the Jazz and those aforementioned Los Angeles Clippers tonight from LA. The Clippers come in as an 8.5-point NBA odds favorite after their loss to the Kings at home yesterday with a total of 205 points. A little bit of a bizarre loss, but those early afternoon games early in the season, anything can really happen between these two. I think the Clippers are going to be able to bounce back here relatively easy against a not very good Jazz team. And despite the Jazz still having some very good players, Derek Favors is having a very good season so far to start. Gordon Hayward's turning it on. They have some very young talent. They just obviously signed Alec Burks. Trey Burke is still there, so on and so forth. But the Clippers, after that loss, probably going to want to take out some of their frustrations on the Utah Jazz. And the Jazz are only 3-8-1 against the spread in their last 12 games, dating back to last season, and they are 6-14-2 against the spread in their last 22 games as an underdog. So I see a bounce-back performance from the Clippers tonight. Lay the points at -8.5, and that'll do it for me this time. Make sure you check out some of my other plays tonight, as well as my NFL prop picks for Monday Night Football this evening. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.